Have you ever eaten a mug cake that tastes better than a cake? Well, if you haven't, this recipe is for you. Hi, I'm Gabriela, and this is the best mug cake recipe ever. What do we look for in a mug cake? Well, first of all, we want it to be easy and fast to do, but also really flavorful. We want a really rich chocolate flavor if we're doing a chocolate mug cake. We also want a cake texture, but a cake that's leaning towards the molten cake type of style more than the normal cake style, because we want it to be really moist and not dry at all. The chocolate has to be decadent. Let's jump right into the recipe. In a microwave-safe bowl, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 to 4 tablespoons of water, and 1 tablespoon and a half of chocolate chips. We are then going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute and whisk it really well. Then we are going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. After that, we are going to add 1/4 of a cup of sugar and 1/4 of a cup of flour. Then 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. We are going to whisk it really well until we get a smooth texture. Then we are going to add some chocolate chips or chocolate chunks. We put the batter into our mugs and sprinkle some chocolate chips on top. Then we bake it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And there you have it, that's your mug cake. I also have some tips to get the best mug cake ever. My first tip is to use melted chocolate in your mix. We want our mug cake to be rich in flavor and to be moist. We hate dry cakes, don't we? This recipe doesn't use eggs or anything that could be dangerous raw. It would be better if you don't overcook your mix because it would just be more moist. It would just have a really good flavor. Start microwaving your cake for 30 seconds. Check on it, and if you need more time, then add 10 seconds. Overmixing does not exist in mug cakes, so that's just a really good tip. It is actually better if you really mix your batter in this case because we want a really smooth texture. So what happens if you overcook your cake? The best thing is always to restart. This is a really easy and fast mug cake recipe to do, but if you really don't want to, there's an easy way to solve your problem. Slightly pour a little bit of milk on top of your mug cake to make it less dry. Can you step up a mug cake? Well, this is a really good question because you actually can. This is a really easy recipe to make, and making it even better is also really easy. This really simple recipe can actually be really impressive if it's done well. You can top your mug cake with some powdered sugar or also like a Nutella drizzle. Or if you even want to go farther, you can actually put crème anglaise on top of your mug cake or any type of sauce that you like. Okay, so let's give it a taste, shall we? It's hot. I mean, this is so yummy. Really the best mug cake ever. I would say this is even better than a normal chocolate cake. Amazing.